Hey you guys, so I started this project on a live, which of course I'll make sure that it's available for you guys to check it out so you can see how I worked the stitch and got everything started. But this is what I have so far. Okay, this is what I have so far, and as you can see, it's just what I intend to be the front and the back. So I have these straps as well as the start of the front panel and the back panel. And this is what it's looking like, and that pattern that I'm using is with treble crochet mesh and the granny stripe. So these are actually the double crochet that you're seeing are actually granny clusters. So that's 3 double crochet, 3 double crochet, and 3 double crochet on top of each treble crochet from the treble crochet mesh row. But this is what the project is working up like, and since I have basically the straps in the front and the back already set up, I'm just gonna I'm gonna reattach my yarn, and I'm gonna start building on the front panel so that hopefully I can attach the front and the back and then start working this project in the round. But this is what I have for right now, and like I said, I'm just gonna keep crocheting, and hopefully we'll be able to hopefully I'll be able to connect everything and get this done quickly. But yeah, that's the project that I'm working on. So of course you guys are going to be seeing me working on this now, and hopefully by the end of this week we'll have a complete dress that I can show you guys on my body. But for right now, all I've got is the beginning of a front, a back, and 2 straps completed. So let's keep working. Okay, so as you can see, it's long enough now for me to be able to, or big enough for me to be able to try it on. So in this next row, I'm actually going to be connecting both the front and the back together. I am going to make sure to have enough stitches on the sides, of course, so that it's not super tight like how it is right now with the safety pins. But I am going to make sure to connect it, and then I'll get a couple rows in and show you guys what it's looking like. But for right now, I'm really happy with the way that it's going, the way that it's working up. It's actually working up pretty fast considering I'm using crochet thread, but we're gonna keep going, and like I said, I'll come back in the next update and show you guys what it's looking like once everything is fully attached and I'm working everything in the round. So I'll see you guys then. Okay, here is where I'm actually connecting the sides, and I just did so by chaining 5 and then literally connecting it to the other side or the front of the panel, if I'm not mistaken. And then I just continued with my stitch. So I did make sure to do the treble crochet increase on this new panel so that it matches with the other panel, and from here I'm not doing any more increases. Hey guys, I'm just checking in. I know it's a little dark around me, but I just wanted to show you guys what the dress is looking like so far. I haven't been able to crochet too much this week, but this is what I was able to get. So I have a crop top. Of course, I'm gonna keep crocheting it and I'm gonna keep adding rows to it, but as of right now, this is what I have. And so that I can post this video on time, I'm just gonna give it a stop here, show you guys what it's looking like, you know, show you guys, put the video out there. Of course, it's gonna be more than one part so that you guys can see how the dress continues to progress. And hopefully I'll be able to go on live again to do a little bit more crocheting, but for right now, this is what we have. So it's just a really cute mesh crop top, I guess you could say. And it is all in one piece, as you can see here. I have my ends from where I attached the strap from the front and the back and all that stuff getting started. So it worked out the way that I wanted it to. It is all the one piece. It's not too big. The armholes aren't too large. Everything seems to be sized correctly this time around. So yeah, I'll show you guys what this looks like, and then of course I'll come back with another part so we can continue working on this dress. But I hope that you guys can continue working on whatever it is that you are making, and if you're making the same thing, then keep going. We still have a long way to go, but we're gonna get this dress done. So I'll definitely see you guys in the next one. And of course, as always, don't forget to check out my TikTok and my Instagram at chaoticgirl_crafts. I'll see you in the next one. Or I'll see you right now. So I did actually keep crocheting, so I just wanted to include this part just so you guys could see how far I actually got before I uploaded this video. Okay, so it's been a few days since I've worked on the dress. It has gotten a little bit longer, but I've been working on the skirt, and this is the design, I guess you could say, that I'm gonna follow for the skirt. So I hope you can see that. Sorry. There you go. Okay, so I have basically, well, I'll show you guys once I work it up, but it's basically the same stitches. So I have the granny stitch, the granny stitch like here, like how I have up here with the 3, and then what I basically do is I turn it upside down. So I build the granny stitch the other way, do 3 of the treble crochets. Let me see if I can get it up here. Oh, perfect. Right there. Do 3 treble crochets, and then again that granny stitch upside down and right side up, just so that everything, well, just to give it like a little bit of a break in the pattern. So I think it looks really cute. And again, I'll show you guys how to do it once I get to that part again. So what I'm basically doing is the exact same pattern. I'm doing the treble crochet mesh, which is a treble crochet stitch, 2 chains, and since I'm working it in the round, I'm not working it in the round, I'm working in a circle, but I'm doing rows. But since I'm working in the circle, I just do the treble crochet and then the chain 2s until I make it all the way around. And then the next row is the granny stitch, which is just 3 double crochets on top of each treble crochet from the previous row. So I'm still working that pattern. And once I make it, I'm thinking about 10 rows. So it'd be 5 rows of the treble crochet mesh and 5 rows of the granny stripe. Once I get those 10 rows done, then I'll do that pattern again, and so that's when I'll show you guys how to do it. But I'm really liking the way that it's going, the way that it's looking. It's like super cute, and the fabric is so delicate. It's like the thread and everything, it makes it so light, so delicate. So hopefully it stays this light and this, you know, delicate and airy and beautiful throughout the whole thing. It doesn't get heavy for whatever reason. But yeah, I'm really happy with the way it's going, so I'm just gonna keep going. Okay, so here is a much better look at that pattern I was telling you guys about. This is actually at the very top of the skirt, bottom of the bodice portion. So I did my granny stitch, as you can see, my 3 double crochet for one row, and then for the next row I did the same thing, but instead of building it as a granny stitch, well, it's still a granny stitch, but I had to double crochet these 3 together so that I could get that one stitch at the top, so that I could continue with the next row. So in the next row, you see I have my treble crochet stitch, and then I did the granny stripe again, upside down or right side up, and then upside down, because I'm working the project from top to bottom. So this way is technically down for my part. Well, the way that you're seeing it, like the end is the end. So so this is the right side up, and then this is upside down version. But again, I'll show you guys how I did it once I get to that portion again. But this is as far as I've gotten into the skirt. So like I said, I am going to be working 10 rows in. So far I only have 3 rows, and I'll continue from here, of course. Hopefully I'll be able to go on live soon and work on it with you guys. But for right now, just so for the sake of this video, I am going to end everything here for real this time. So don't forget to check me out over on TikTok and on Instagram at chaotic_curl_crafts, where you'll be able to see pictures, reels, videos, whatever of this project as well as previous projects that I've worked on. And if you're working on the same thing, then hopefully you can join me on live. I will make sure to post it so that you guys know when I'm going live. And yeah, we'll see each other there, and I'll see you guys in the next one.